If you need the products like right away, you can find them in the store. Hey,
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I also wanted to show you, you got some of this too, some lip bulbs, lip gloss.
I
11-year-old Madison here in the DMV makes this. So we got you like, I think 20 of them in there, either 10 or 20 of them.
I see. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't even see. Oh, oh, this is so cute. Now, did somebody make these? I'm assuming.
Yes, her name is Crystal. She's No Bacon Piggy Bank, and she's on here too.
Oh
She
my
hand painted that for you.
Oh, these are so awesome. Thank you, Crystal. I'm gonna have to follow her. Can you DM me her Instagram? These are so
Yes, I
cute. So
will.
I'm
I
assuming
will.
there's one
And I
for
want to,
Mackenzie.
of course there is. And I want to show you how everything started for me. This was the one
Okay.
that she did for me, and she put my logo on the back.
Oh wow. That is so
And on
awesome. She's
and
very
I always
talented.
say she is. And I always say trust the process and prepare for opportunity. So she put that on there for me. And she believes in giving people their flowers while they're still alive. So that's why they have flowers
Oh,
on them.
listen, you guys gotta support her. That is a gift. That is talent. And we need to show the importance of the real meaning of a piggy bank. Let's teach financial literacy to our kids. Oh my gosh, look at
Yes.
that.
This is for my daughter Karma. She just turned 6 and she made this one for her. And it even has a crown on it. That is so cute.
Thank you. That thank you
I
so
did.
much for just shouting her out and showing her work, because
Oh
this
yeah.
this is what we need to do as a community.
Hmm.
I mean, you really didn't have to do that. You just went hard for her on the Mielle page and just really like gave her business a lot of exposure. But this is what it's about. This is what, we are supposed to do. So I just want to commend you
Yes.
and thank you for just really plugging her business right now. So if you guys, what's her Instagram? Let me
Thank you.
follow
Her
her.
Instagram is at nobacon.piggybank. And this is another one she did. She can do characters. This is PJ Masks Gecko. My daughter loves him. So she
Wait,
did
what's the
that one too.
Instagram? No baking what?
At nobacon.piggybank. Nobacon.piggybank.
Like baking a cake?
No, bacon like a pig bacon.
Oh,
BACON.
oh, okay. No bacon, like okay. Dot
Yeah,
piggy
no
bank.
bacon
Okay.
dot piggy bank.
Okay, I'm glad I asked. Okay, I'm about to pin it, you guys, if I can spell right. Okay. No bacon, and that's a cute name. I like that.
Yeah, no bacon dot piggy bank. I showed her already. I'm sorry, I have a little assistant over here trying to help me.
I
So
pinned it, you guys, so it's down there. She needs to come
yes,
and join
thank
us
you.
on our Black business. We shout out Black businesses as well. So I would love to
Okay.
have her just really talk about her business, how she got started in this. I mean, it's so creative. I love it. I like creative people, so I love
Yes.
it.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
I will definitely let her know.
Okay, so Latasha, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you actually do.
Well, I am Mommy Morebucks. That's the company I started, and I'm an entrepreneurial purpose coach. So what I do in that is like I attract entrepreneurs to me, and I help them to like walk in their purpose and figure out what it is that they want to do so they can
Hmm.
be successful at whatever they choose. Because I feel like a lot of times people want to be entrepreneurs, but it's scary, I've
Hmm.
watched you over the years, and like you even doing that podcast, that's what really like motivated me in the last year to like really get stuff going, because you were like leaving breadcrumbs on how to get to you. So I was
Hmm.
listening. You said, if you want to come to me, make sure you have something of value and make sure that the collaboration is worth my time. So I said, okay, I got that. Then you started giving other jewels while I was listening. So I started like sharing it. And the next thing you know, people started like gravitating towards me and they were like, can you help me with my business? And I'm like, sure. What do you need
Right.
help with? So I just have this gift of being able to hear somebody's problem and give them a solution.
Absolutely. And the thing is, not just with me, but that's just the basic fundamentals of like success. I feel in general, like you always have to go into any relationship adding value and not wasting
Mm-hmm.
anybody's time. So a lot of people ask
Mm-hmm.
me all the time, like, well, how did you find a mentor? Because a lot of people have a hard time with finding a mentor. And I always tell people my mentors that I have right now currently are people that I develop relationships with. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't we met for the first time and I'm like, hey, can you be my mentor? No, it really
Right.
doesn't work like that, because I had to be able to also add value to their lives as well in order for them to give me their time in exchange. So
Mm-hmm.
when you are looking for a mentor or when you're looking for, you know, guidance, you have to think about the time that people are pulling away from their everyday, their family, their business, things that they have going on.
Yes.
You're asking for that time, but in return, you have nothing to give back. Like, time is
Yeah.
precious, as we all
Yeah.
know. And, you know, if somebody is going to spend their time and pour into you, you also have to make sure, and I think that's just out of respect, that you are adding
Yeah.
something of value. And I've even said this before, it could be a cup of coffee, but that just
Yeah.
shows that it's not just about me, but it's about how can I serve you and how can I make your life better. So that's just my
Yes.
whole philosophy. And I'm glad you were paying attention. That's the reason why, you know, I do the podcast to help drop gems and for you to take the knowledge that I'm providing to apply it to your business, because the rules of business, it doesn't change. You just apply your own sauce to it, and you know, you do it the way that you do it, but the principles never change. So
Yes.
so what do you have, like, clients that you see, or wait, I'm sorry.
They're back.
Yeah, so while you're on here, can you say thank you for the hat? She got you a hat too. And she got you a piggy bank. That's one.
That's what I say, Monique.
That's, you have one too. It's in the back. Can you see? Here she is. She say thank you right here.
Thank you.
Oh wait, no, it's yours.
You're welcome.
Where?
Say Miss Latasha.
Miss Latasha?
Say thank you for the hat.
Yes.
Thank you for the hat.
You're welcome.
Where's my piggy bank?
It's in there. I'll grab it. Okay, so I'm sorry.
It's okay. I have 3 kids. I understand.
Okay, so you get it, girl.
See?
Is this nice?
Yes, Mackenzie. Can we go through it when I'm
I'm sorry.
What's your
Can I
question?
sleep at Granny's house tonight?
Can you sleep at Granny's house?
Yeah. Please?
I don't care.
Okay.
Why is she in her bathroom?
How do you know that's a bathroom? I'm sorry.
Okay, so
This is
Yeah.
nice.
I'm in here making a lot of noise, so.
all right, I apologize.
It's okay.
So I forgot what I was saying, but we were talking about listening to the podcast. Can you remind me?
You asked me, do I have clients or how do I work?
Yes,
Like,
yes.
how's
So
everything
do you
set up
act-
for
so
me?
You said you're an entrepreneur coach. So how do you actually coach entrepreneurs, or how can they, like, find more about your coaching?
You hungry?
Well, what I do is I do have a discovery call on my Instagram that people can go to, and I also have my own website, www.mommymorebucks.com. And when they go there, I have a lot of information there, but I do have clients where I kind of customize things for people, because I realized as an entrepreneur, I can't say to you, stay with me 3 months and I'm going to teach you. It may not work for you. Some people may need 2 hours. Some people may need 2 weeks. So I just sit with the person and I just have this way of getting to know them and figuring out what it is that they need. And then I'm able to assist them in that way. So it ranges from me doing a 3-month run with somebody to me doing like maybe a 2-hour intensive where we just really sit and talk and we strategize. And I also believe in creating vision plans, because I know everybody talks about the business plan, but you got to also have a plan for your vision. You know, like you got to know where you want to go with that. So it's not just about the money, because I feel like you have to build the foundation and the money will come. So it's like foundation, momentum, then the money. So I work with them on saying, what do you want to do in a month? What do you want to do in 3 months, 6 months? Because a lot of people don't cross the T's and dot the I's. They forget about getting the LLC. They forget about getting a business bank account, getting an EIN number. So now you're trying to backtrack and do that now when you have like 15,000 people coming to you because you were in a space where now they know who you are and you're not ready. So that's why I talk a lot about trusting the process and preparing for opportunity. You got to trust that you got to get all of this stuff done in the interim, and you got to work tirelessly every day. Even when you don't want to do something, do one thing. And I tell people all the time, you can have a bad day, but don't make it a bad life. You know, if you really want something, you have to keep working, and you cannot give up on yourself, because you sometimes are going to be the only one that believes in yourself, no matter what. So I just work with helping people to do that. And I have this way of like hearing about what somebody wants to do, and I'll take it out of the box they have it in and pull it all the way out where they're like, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even know I could do something like that. So I tell them, tell me your wildest dreams. And even if we're like reaching for the moon, we can land amongst the stars.
Wow. And you made me think of something. And everything you said, first of all, I agree with that, because I am a living testimony of that. You know, building this brand, I have days that, you know, I'm like, I just don't feel like doing it. I have days where, you know, I may get down. I have
Yeah.
days where, you know, I just may have a bad day. Let's just keep
Yeah.
it real. But
Yeah.
the thing is, I've learned to not stay there. I've learned to keep my eyes focused on God, because he says
Mm-hmm.
to keep our eyes gazed on him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so easy to get distracted. It's so easy to look
Yes.
to the left or the right. But if you get distracted, distractions are nothing but something that keeps us from our purpose.
It's hot. Turn that air.
And that's why I say I have learned to really just stay focused on God, even when I have those bad days and I have to go to my Bible. I
Mm-hmm.
have to read scriptures to remind me of my purpose
Mm-hmm.
and to remind me of my why, because that's exactly what a distraction is. And also, one of the
Yeah.
things that you also pointed out that I love, that I wanted to talk about, is just making sure that you handle the business aspect of whatever it is that your dream is. And I find that a lot of creatives, and you can agree or disagree, but a lot of creative people, like, and visionary people, we have this vision and we want to just operate in our vision, but
Mm-hmm.
forget about the actual foundation of a business, which is
Yes.
making sure you got your LLC, making sure you trademark, making sure you got all your ducks in a row. For
Mm-hmm.
me, and you may not want to hear this, I did not trademark Mielle until 6 months into business.
Oh
And
no, I remember you said that.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so right. And the thing is, because I didn't know, like, all I wanted
Yeah.
to do, I wanted to just operate in my gift. I wanted to be creative. I wanted to create hair products. Like, thinking about the foundation of business was like so far from my mind. I knew I needed to do it,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't know how important it was. And that's where
Yeah.
mentorship comes in at. That's where coaching comes in at, because your coach or your mentor is going to help you think about things that you may not have even thought of yet, that's going to help you grow your
Mm-hmm.
business. And with me doing this for 6 years, I have learned so much. I have learned that you can't forget the foundation of a business. Like, you can be a
Mm-hmm.
creative, but you also have to put on your business hat as well. So what
Yeah.
advice would you give someone that they have this great idea, and they just want to create? Would you advise them to partner with someone that has the business mindset, or would you advise them to learn more about it? What would your advice be as their business coach?
With somebody coming to me with that part, I ask them, first I have to figure out what it is they really want to do, because I've had people come to me selling t-shirts and they really wanted to do stock. And I'm just like, you know, they get me to pull it out of them, and then they're a little embarrassed because they're like, all this time I wasn't following my dream and I should have been. And that's okay, you know, but I feel like you need to figure out everything for yourself. If you partner with somebody else and they decide to not do it anymore, does that leave you to the side again? You know, I've been hustling and doing this by myself for years, and I have people who are here with me who understand, and they've been watching me. And it's like, now that they see how things are going, they're like, okay, I see why she said to do this and do that. And I see why she does a lot of things by herself, you know? So I would suggest to them, get as much stuff done by yourself as possible. And then if you want to partner with somebody, it's fine, but don't allow somebody else's path to be your path. We all have our own journey. I met you face to face back in like 2015, I think, when we were at Curl Fest, and we just happened to be walking by each other. And I was like, can I take a picture? I just got your stuff in Curl Box. That was the first time I ever heard of you. And it was when you only had the Babasu deep conditioner.
Yeah.
Oh, one of my friends was raving about that. And who knew that in the time from me seeing you there to seeing you now, all of the stuff that I've done, you know, like when you said the trademark thing, I listened and I was like, I really don't want to get a trademark. I don't want to pay the money, but I said, I need to do this, you know, and I did it. So my advice to everybody is, you have to know the steps on what you plan on doing, because if you don't, and let's say you partner with somebody and they know it, they can take advantage of you. And you have to come and be equally yoked. You don't have time for that. You know, so Mommy Morebucks is mine. I trademarked it already. It's mine. It's a LLC. I have my business bank account. I have my EIN number. Did it take some time? And was I like, oh, do I want to put $250 to sit in this account that I don't know if I'm going to get any money for? I took that leap of faith. I have something that I call insane faith. I trust the process and prepare for opportunity. And that's what activated my insane faith. And I believe in myself, even when the world tells me there is no reason for you to believe in yourself right now. Like, you have nothing. And I'm like, but I'm going to have something one day. So there were two things that happened. I listened to your podcast one day. I put it up. And in the video review that I did, I said, I'm going to work with Mielle one day. Watch. And I was like, oh my gosh, I am overconfident. What if this does not work? And then Kenneth did a live last week on Tuesday, and he blessed us all and said, ask for whatever it is that you want. I'm blessing y'all. Y'all are going to get these blessings. And I put a comment that said, I want to work with Mielle, and y'all are going to help me to bless other people. And then everything just happened where he was like, 2 days later, he was like, you can be on the live. And then I asked you for the products for the nurses. So everything just like snowballed, you know? So I just want to be like that personification of insane faith. Please believe in yourself, because anything can happen, but you got to put the work in. You
Yeah.
have got to put the work in, you know? So that's what I try to teach my entrepreneurs. Like, I do want to see you get to your goal, but if you don't want to sit down and write out what you plan on doing for the next month, I can't help you. In the next month, you can just say you want a website. You can just say you want to actually read a book. It can be anything, you know? And I tell people about listening to your podcast too, because your podcast really changed my life. You said so many things in there that stuck with me.
Oh, wow.
And it was confirmation. It was like, I would be thinking something one day and I'm like, yeah, I need to think about that. And then the next day your podcast will come out and that will be like the title of your podcast, where I'm like, this is crazy. I got to listen. And then I'm listening and I'm like, and I'll be talking to you in the car. I'm like, yeah, Mo, that is so true. So I'm just so appreciative. Like, you know, I have been trying to get in touch with you for a while. So for Ken to pick me on the live and just like give me a chance, I feel like it was divine intervention. It was just like meant to be.
Listen, God knows
Mm-hmm.
exactly what you need when you need it. And when you talk
Mm-hmm.
about crazy faith, that's what you got to have. When you're in business,
Yes.
you got to have tough skin and crazy faith. Like,
Yes.
you got to, like Ken mentioned last week, we be having faith competitions. Like, you're not going to outdo my faith, because I got faith that's on 1,000 right
Yes.
now. But
Yes.
when you have that type of faith, that's when you're going to start seeing God work and God move and create miracles that you wasn't even expecting to happen. And I'm a testament to that, because I've been running my business solely off of faith alone, and then just putting my trust, again, trusting the process, trusting God to deliver, trusting God to provide the resources, trusting God to provide the right people along my path in order for me to get to where I need to be. And once you start having faith and you just let go and let God, like, seriously, I know it sounds cliche, I know a lot of people say it, but when you really decide to let go and let God and have crazy faith and know that He's going to bless you exceedingly beyond what you ever thought, asked, or imagined, because that's in His word. Like, please trust and believe that it's going to happen. But you got to have faith. Like you said, you got to believe in yourself, and you got to think positive. And when you get those negative thoughts, you got to dismiss it and remind yourself of God's word, and you got to be in alignment with God's word. And something else that you talked about is passion. Yes.
Yes.
But I found my egg.
Okay. Oh, that's a guinea bank. Something else you talked about. Okay. Get your stuff. Something else you talked about. Yes. That was in the beginning. You talked about you worked with people that they started doing one thing, but then they ended up doing something else. And I wanted to like pivot and talk about passion versus purpose. So I know you have. I see it all the time. People that. Mackenzie, you just fail.
Oh.
Over nothing. But I see people all the time. Y'all, I just want to thank y'all, first of all, for bearing with me. This has been the most interruptions that I've had in an interview. So, number one, I just want to apologize to you, because my kids, they never come down here and interrupt as much as they have today. And I know y'all have seen our lives, and y'all know that they have not came in here this much. So I don't know what's wrong with today.
It's okay.
They have been interrupted. So I was talking about like and being in alignment with your purpose and what God has for you. And
Wait, you freezing?
Am I freezing?
I can't hear you right now. Okay.
Oh, you can't? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay. Is it good? Still good?
It's still like freezing. Are you connected to your Wi-Fi?
Let me see. Hold on.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
You got it turned around.
Okay, can you see me? Can you hear
I think
me?
we.
Is it good?
It's like it's catching up. It's slow. It's still the connection is not good.
Yeah. And guys,
Okay.
yeah, my
Okay. Yeah,
Wi-Fi
you're
is
good now.
on. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're good
It's good?
now.
Okay. Yes, I will
Mhm.
save this live. Okay, good. So I was talking about passion and your purpose. And, I see it a lot of times where
You
I
lost me
follow
again.
people on Instagram. It's frozen again. You're frozen. I don't know. I'm
I can't.
frozen.
I can't hear you. You're frozen again.
I'm still frozen.
Okay, now you're back.
I'm moving. Can you hear me?
It's it's frozen again.
Okay. I don't know. Now, am I
You
frozen?
know why this is happening, right? You know I was making fun of Teddy Riley. That's why this is happening.
I think we all were.
Yeah, it's for me. You're
It's,
frozen.
I'm frozen. Okay. How about you go out and then come back in? Go out and comment. Because I
Wait.
think they can see me, but I think you might be frozen on my end. So go out and then I'm gonna have you come back in.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see if that'll work. Okay, so am I blurry, you guys? Yeah, I thought I was good. Am I blurry or frozen? Okay. Is Mia going? No, Macy's going? Oh, okay. Okay, Mommy Morebucks, if you on here, just comment so I can add you. Oh wait, I'm blurry? Okay, so now I'm blurry. Okay, let's see. Okay, am I still blurry, you guys? I turned my Wi-Fi off. It's still blurry? I'm not frozen, and I'm still blurry. I'm blurry. Okay. I don't know what's wrong. Let me see if I can add her and see if this is better. I don't want to have to restart the live. Okay, how's
Okay.
it?
It's still a little blurry.
Okay. You're not blurred. Somebody said better, but you can hear me good, right?
Yeah, now I can hear you good.
Okay. So, okay, they said it's clear. So I was talking
Yeah.
about passion and purpose.
Yes.
And I see a lot of people that I follow on social media, and I really get confused as to like, what do you do? One minute I
Mhm.
see you doing this, and then the next minute you selling shoes, and then the next minute you selling clothes, and then the next minute you selling real estate, and then the next minute you selling,
Yeah.
so, and which is fine. I do think that you need to do a lot of things in order to really discover what your passion is and what your ultimate purpose is. And I think it's
Mhm.
fine because I was that person. But I was
Mhm.
also that person that didn't have a relationship with God. So I was out of alignment, but I didn't realize it. So,
Mhm.
what advice would you give to someone that wants to discover their purpose or wants to discover their passion and wants their passion to lead them to their ultimate purpose in life? And the thing is, let me back up. What your purpose may be right now is what your purpose is right now. You may still have a different purpose 10 years from now. Your purpose may be different. So I
Mhm.
do believe
Mhm.
that your purpose changes, but we always have to make sure that whatever we're doing, we're in alignment with what God wants for our life. And we move when
Mhm.
God says move, and we're not just doing things just to say that we're doing things and just to say that we're busy. And I think that's
Mm-hmm.
where the fine line and people get confused at, because a lot of people like to look busy and not actually be
Right.
productive, and they're not actually producing an income, but they're just being busy. So what advice would you give to someone that's really trying to identify their passion and their purpose?
I'm glad you brought this up because when I asked you about being on your live a while ago, I realized that a lot of times you talk about God, right? And some people, they are religious, but they're religious and spiritual, but some people are only spiritual but not religious. So it's like they will miss what you're saying because you said God. So as soon as you say God or Jesus, they tune you out and they miss the message. So I wanted to be able to talk to those people because I'm like, it's okay if you don't go to church or the mosque or synagogue or whatever, and you still believe in God. He's still there. He can still hear you. You know, different people have different ways of communicating with him. So don't shut off your communication with him and the way that he is showing you signs and trying to provide for you and get you to that purpose because you're not understanding the way that he's saying it to you. So I feel like when people are looking for a coach or a mentor or somebody to guide them on their journey, they have to figure out the translation that they need. Some people may say they want to follow you because they just see the money that you've made or the amount of followers that you have. But then when you start talking and you say Jesus or God, they want to not hear it. You know what I mean? I heard you, and even though I am a spiritual